Peace. I want to give some tips for youth navigating life, navigating the inner city. I understand, like in my situation, if you know my story, I understand that I might be the exception to the rule. So I'm always hesitant to, when I'm speaking to youth or when I'm, doing different events, not to kind of like, hold my chest up so high, like, look what I did, you can do it too, which is technically true. But I also think it kind of like, reinforces this idea that in order to make it, you have to be so exceptional, so great, considering the circumstances that we come from. Now, even though there's some truth to that, it still kind of like sensationalizes it, and it doesn't allow us to discuss like the tangible things that it takes to kind of like navigate life and navigate some of the situations that we're born into and some things we have no control over. So I'll list 3 things that I feel like have been important to me in terms of navigating the inner city, navigating strong influences, negative influences, things like that. So there's gonna be many, but I'll name 3 that come to mind for me. For one, it was my friend group. Just looking to my right, looking to my left, looking at brothers who were like me, who looked like me, that were always moving forward. So being that I kept those types of friends, I felt isolated, or I felt like I wasn't living up to my potential when I looked right and left, and I felt like I was slacking or I was behind. Not in a way that was toxic or envious, but just knowing that it kept me on my square, because my homies gonna look at me like, yo, what are you doing? Don't settle for being mediocre when I know you can do more. Secondly, it was creativity. And I think that's why the arts is so important. And creativity is such a broad field, right? Like, it's not just rapping, it's not just music. There's so many different things that it's like we were created to create. You can be creative with numbers. You can be creative with just about anything if it's positioned the right way and it's presented that way, and you're given the tools to know how to use what it is that you have. So creativity always gave me a lot of leverage. It gave me an outlet to express, and not just for entertainment purposes. And lastly, for this video, I'll say just being open to guidance. Being able to look to coaches and organized sports, or look to teachers, look for anyone who I knew was on the other side of what I already had to go through. And doesn't mean that they had to have had the same type of life that I did, but just they made it past the adolescent age, and being able to position themselves to where they could take care of themselves, right? Because it's survival as well. A lot of us are just trying to get it